Hello, dear Squarespace friends. Here is another update. They're all pretty short updates, so this won't be a long video. First up, we have a really nice new feature for image blocks. We can now add image overlays on individual photos or images. So when you have your image block here, go into edit mode, click on design, and then here click on overlay. What's nice about this is, if you want to use text on images, you can now use the overlay feature to create more contrast with text, for instance. We've always been able to do that on background images, so this is very similar to that. You can also select a color for this, so just click on color. You have your own color palette that you can use, and then you can use the scroll bar here to change the opacity of your image overlay. This is really nice. I like this a lot. So you can just play around with that a little bit. You can also choose custom colors as well. So this is really nice. I like this a lot. Next, we have also some updates for the video block. If you go into the video block settings, we can now mute a video, loop it, or autoplay it. And we also can hide or minimize the player controls. So the player controls are what you see down here, where people can adjust the volume and the brightness, or they can make it full screen. And if you click on minimal, then you will just have the scroll bar down here, or you can also hide them. And hiding them is quite nice if you want to, for instance, put your video on a loop or on autoplay. To put it on autoplay, it also has to be on mute, which makes sense, right? You don't want to autoplay video and then blast people with sound. So if you have it on mute, you can select autoplay as well. So now, basically, if someone goes to your page, a video can automatically start, and then you can also loop it so that it plays over and over again. So it's nice to see that we get more added new features now for the video blog. And by the way, just as a reminder, you get 30 minutes of video time included with your website plans. If you want more time, then you need to be on a member area plan. Next, you can now, if you use Acuity, if you use Squarespace scheduling, which of course is, Acuity, and it's all built into your website now, you can now connect scheduling to reserve with Google. So that if people on Google, if they find your Google business profile and you have the reserved turned on there, they can now make an appointment there, and that will go straight into your Squarespace scheduling. I can actually not demonstrate that because I don't use scheduling on my own website. But if this is something you're interested in, just, Google it, go to the Squarespace help page. It will tell you how to set that up. Another thing that you can now do is when you contact customer support at Squarespace, there is now a copyright report form. This is if you notice that someone is plagiarizing your content who is on a Squarespace website. You can actually contact customer support now, and they have a specific topic for that. Unfortunately, we all know plagiarism is very real on the internet, happens all the time. It's happened to me multiple times, and it's not nice when it does happen. So now you have a direct route to Squarespace customer support where you can report any issues. So that's just good to know. Also, Squarespace have added some more top-level domain names, and let me just get this up for you here. So they've added GmbH, which I happen to know is a German extension. It's basically LLC in German, Gesellschaft mit beschränkter Haftung. And hospital and place and shopping you can have as well now. And finally, this is it for updates, but I wanted to also highlight to you a little issue that we're having with connecting Google My Business to Squarespace. You may or may not be aware of that you can do that in Squarespace in the marketing section. you can add a location and connect to Google My Business. You can actually create your Google My Business account using this feature, or you can, import an existing one. However, if you go to import from Google, that unfortunately is not working. You go through all the steps here, and then this is what you get, So this is that's it. So I just wanted to make you aware of that. This is just an issue that we're having. Squarespace are aware of it. It's with the engineers, and, it may or may not get fixed at some point. That is it for today. Have a wonderful weekend.